What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the MrMaple Show. We got an amazing lineup of trees for you today. I'm excited to get into this thing.
Man, we got trees that'll make you jump for joy, man, make you do some cartwheels. You know, paint a masterpiece. Maybe you're an artistic person, bro, and you need some creativity. And nature is a great way to get inspired. So we appreciate you carving out a little bit of time to watch this epic video right here.
Yeah, appreciate you guys being here. Now, this is open house week, right? So this video is for 11/20 of 2025. So we're gonna have a big event tomorrow after this video. We'll be doing a big open house event here Friday and Saturday. That's from 9 to 1 both days. So come out, check that out. We'll have some Black Friday prices for you guys, some sweet deals here at the farm. We are chopped full of maples and everything else in the book. You guys need to come out and check this out. There'll be a lot of cool people hanging out.
Yeah, I'll be there. You'll be there. It's going to be epic. I'm so excited. I'm brimming with excitement for this open house, man. I think, you know, it could be the last one of the year. I don't want to say that
yeah,
it is,
could
though,
be,
because, man, Matt and Tim, they love bringing trees to y'all. And today, yeah, let's get into it, man. What do we got here, man?
All right, guys, we're starting out with one of my favorite trees. You guys know this. I don't even have to tell you a whole lot to get into that backstory, but we got Acer, shirasawanum, Moonrise.
Man, Moonrise, a Carl Munn introduction. Guys, if you want a dynamic maple in the garden, I mean, Moonrise doesn't get much more dynamic with beautiful pink, blushing, you know, neon, like pinks popping in the springtime, and then moving more towards the yellow color. I think one of the most awesome times for this tree is during the summer, where you're getting that new growth of that pink pushing over top of the older spring growth. Amazing tree. Really
nice. Moonrise, it's usually a very multi-branched tree as well. Beautiful shape out in the garden. There's a beautiful specimen of this over at Matt and Tim's mom and dad's place. I always love kind of using that as a reference, just because it's such a perfect shape. It kind of accentuates everything that Moonrise does well. One of the things I love about this that I've learned over the years, especially with shirasawanums, they leaf out a little bit later in the spring. So like when all the other stuff's already kind of done their thing, then you got Moonrise coming in to steal the show. In the spring, man, it does get some crazy colors, these bright pinks and fuchsia colors over top of that lime green, those yellows and greens. Just great contrasting plant. I think it's one of the best shirasawanums out there, in my opinion. You know, it's more heat tolerant than some of your others like Autumn Moon and Arium. So the Moonrise is definitely kind of that sweet spot when it comes to Acer shirasawanum.
All right, I'm gonna throw a pairing out there. Gable's Glory, man. Check it out.
All right, guys, next up on the table here, we got another really cool maple. We got Acer Japonicum Fairy Lights.
Yeah, man, this is an awesome Japonicum introduction. I believe it's from Australia. This is a very beautiful kind of slow-growing dwarf Japonicum that is known for its fall color. Because, man, it gets magical in the gardens when this thing is going to fall color. It looks like a fire. And then I just love like that name, Fairy Lights, kind of evokes like the sense of mysticism, mysticalness, magicalness, and like that's what I love about gardening, man, because it's like, man, you don't need no Harry Potter stuff, bro. You know, it's like the world around you is beautiful enough, man, and like Fairy Lights, to have that in the garden, to get to watch that grow. It's going to be a little slower growing, so if you have a smaller garden, I think it's going to be a nice fit to bring a really big punch in the garden. The texture of the leaf is really nice as well. Yeah,
the texture, you're right, is just definitely one of the strong points for this. I mean, the dissected Japonicum leaf, bro, is just such a great, you get a bigger palette for that dissected leaf, and the fall colors is always phenomenal. This yellows, oranges, reds, little pink blushes in there, little purple highlights. I mean, it just really goes off in that fall time. And I just think it carries such a great structure too over time. This is a weeping kind of cascading, but it likes to spread and kind of arch a little bit more than just like a straight down weeper. So really cool habit on this. and one of the Japonicums you definitely need for your collection.
Guys, we all got that uncle out there that we love, man. Hopefully not too estranged, man. This guy is an estranged uncle, man, because we got Uncle Ghost right here.
Yeah.
One of the more rare of the Ghost series, man. Pretty dope. Going to those beautiful kind of red, peachy, pinky kind of colors in the springtime. Moving to those classic cream on greens that you expect from the Ghost series.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is definitely one. If you're a collector of trees, and especially in the Ghost series, I know forever this was on my list because it didn't come around too often. You know, we all had the Amber Ghost, some Grandma Ghost, Sister Ghost, but the uncle, you know, the ever elusive Uncle Ghost. We got it today, so I'm excited to be able to have this back for you guys. Some nice 1 gallon sizes here. Definitely when it comes to reticulated varieties of Japanese maples, there's so many different unique colors and variations with Uncle Ghost. I love those kind of peachy pink colors you can get in the spring, and then when you get into those fall colors, you're getting back to some nice oranges and reds. So nice, lots of color changes throughout spring, summer, and even fall. So
yeah, man. And in my generation, man, that Gen Z generation, man, I know I'm look a little older than I am, but we say things got unk status, bro. Now Uncle Ghost has definitely got that unk status, man. You know, it's that kind of, you know, wise old tree. And yeah, I like how this one, most of those Ghost series are kind of going to be in that kind of barely pushing into that medium growth range,
yeah,
which is nice. They're really going to be nice and manageable trees that you're going to get to enjoy all year round.
Uncle Ghost.
Unk status, man.
Unkst. All right, guys, here we go. Next tree coming up on the table, we got Acer Palmatum Purple Curl. I love this tree, man. This is one we talk about a lot, being one of those maple weirdos. It's going to have some crazy style of variegation on this thing. I love the transition that it kind of goes through. When it first leaves out, it's a little unsuspecting. You're not really seeing anything right away. Then you start to see this malting and these weird colors start to kind of peek through that leaf. And that nice little curl too, man. It's got a really interesting leaf out there.
Dude, yeah, this one is definitely one of my favorite ones. This is one of my favorite trees this year. I got a little video on my YouTube channel talking about my little garden I got going on. And Purple Curl is one that, dude, I just think it looks freaky out there in the garden. Mine got a little burnt this year, but I really think that kind of added to the aesthetic of it. Really pulled out some of those like rusty kind of orange colors out,
Yeah.
which I feel like you don't really see most of the time on most maples during like the summertime. But yeah, the curl on this, the mutation of the leaves, I've seen leaves that are, you know, smaller than my pinky fingernail on this guy, and they're just curling up, just doing a little curl, man. Yeah. And I think that's so cool. This is one of my favorite maple freaks, man.
Yeah,
and,
definitely one. I'm sitting here thinking about the pairings on this. I think one of the most epic pairings for this is Purple Curl and Magic Moon together. Both of them kind of have that similar, like really the only two maples that I can think of that have that similar kind of weird malting variegation to it, and a little bit of that cup on that leaf as well with that big. I think this has a lot of shirasawanum influence in it. It's got that kind of big full moon looking leaf to it. But really interesting cultivar if you're looking to add a splash of color and something that might kind of stop people in their tracks and say, whoa, wait a minute, what is that? Definitely pick up a Purple Curl.
This is a maple flex right here. Guys, now we are going to bring you a Chantilly Lace, man.
Yeah, this is a really cool lace leaf. Definitely one, in my opinion, that kind of sets the bar when it comes to lace leaves. What I like about this one is it's like not really a green lace leaf, not really a red lace leaf, kind of somewhere in the middle. When it leaves out, it gives you some like weird, like kind of like soft pink colors with some orange undertones to that. Really nice lace leaf for sure.
Yeah, dude, I think something that I realized as I continue to kind of develop my taste is, man, lace leaves really have a lot more to offer than personally I gave them credit for.
Right.
Like, because here, man, it's like I'm seeing a lot of pictures and videos of stuff that's either in springtime or it's in fall time. But But maples and trees in general are like ever changing. I think that's why we talk about their ever changing beauty. And something that's nuanced about the lace leaf is just that transitionary period. You know, things like orangeola is like very noticeable, and Chantilly Lace I think is really noticeable too, giving you some really nice like pinks and oranges out, slowly kind of malting into like a green.
Yeah.
It's like these trees build gradients on top of themselves, which I love, because like you're not only experiencing one color, you're getting a full spectrum of color, which really kind of plays with that pattern recognition part in your brain.
Right.
Really makes you enjoy that and add some dynamicness to the garden. This is going to give you some really nice spring colors, and then kind of push towards more orangey, kind of fiery colors during the fall time. Super, super beautiful Chantilly Lace.
Yeah, definitely don't underestimate too the power of structure, and when it comes to plants, and I love how the lace leaves just create these amazing structures, especially after that fall show. Then you get to see everything underneath that branching, now this gives you a nice kind of like more of a spreading habit. It is a weeping cascading style lace leaf, but it does spread a little bit wider than it does get tall. So definitely a cool one to add to your collection. Chantilly Lace doesn't come around too often either, so pick one of these up. All right, y'all, we got another cool tree for you. We appreciate you guys hanging tight with us today. We got a nice lineup of plants here. This next one, I'm excited about this. We got Acer Palmatum Little Alex. One of the first times we're offering this here at MrMaple.com, so definitely one that's not out there much in the trade. So get excited about this, guys. I love when we get kind of a new exciting thing out there. A lot of those collectors out there I know are going to be chomping at the bit to get their hands on this. This one's cool personally for me. I'll tell you guys just a short little story. My little baby girl's name is Alex. I used to call her Little Alex all the time growing up when she was just a kid. Makes me feel old now because she's grown, but really cool tree. I had to get one of these so I could have a little Alex out in my backyard in my garden. So very cool.
Yeah, this is a Bob McCafferty introduction. If that name rings a bell, it's because he's that dude that's always naming stuff like after, I guess, like biblical figures, which is awesome. I think that's cool. Like he's got a whole whole series called the
Blessings.
The Blessings, yeah, exactly. Bob McCafferty, the Blessing series. That's what he calls the witch's brooms, which, if you ain't about that magical life, man, I can understand seeing it as a blessing, man, because what happens whenever you have a witch's broom? That's a genetic mutation occurring on one singular branch that, is just changing. I don't know. Tim, me and him go back and forth. We're like, well, is it changing the genetics or is it changing the expression of the genetics? That's for a scientist, man. I'm just a video editor, so I don't know about all that stuff. But I just think that's so cool. And I think blessings are a really good term to use for those genetic mutations that occur. Little Alex giving you a tight, dense, compact. Now, we had to ask, Tim what his favorite thing about this tree was. He says it is a great spring color.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the best spring color reds. Which, Tim's been around the block, man. That guy knows what's up.
Yeah, really cool. This is a nice dwarf for you guys. Small, dense, tight, compact habit. Giving you some bold reds, both in the spring and the fall. So really nice tree. I like this idea for a container plant. I think this is perfect container plant. Something you can get up close to and really enjoy, and it's not going to overgrow that container too quickly. I love that about getting into some of those dwarfs, especially the brooms. They have such unique little leaves too, how the variances in the leaf size. And you have that little lobe in the middle is kind of rounded off. So a lot of interesting texture on that, so you can appreciate it being up close. But yeah, one we don't offer here very often. Mr. Maple, first time today, Little Alex. All right, guys, we got another awesome tree for you here today. This is a Talon Buckholz introduction. One of the newer introductions coming from the Buckholz farm. This is Acer Palmatum Starry Skies.
Yeah, man, maybe you put this with your Moonrise. You got your little night garden, man.
Man.
Worthy of Van Gogh up in there, man. But
you get me going on that, man.
Guys, this is a beautiful, dynamically Higaseyama variegated maple. That is just, if you ever watch some of our Most Outrageous Part 1, I think it's on there. Starry Skies, looking majestic. This is one of the most variegated maples I've ever laid eyes on.
Yeah, this is really striking style of variegation. The Higaseyama style, you hear us kind of talk about that. And really what that is it's a very specific style of variegation. You can see these little veining throughout the leaf. You have these mixes of colors between greens, whites, and pink hues. Kind of just all these different color arranging all on one leaf. Absolutely beautiful. I love that style of variegation. It's so striking in the spring. This is one that I think sometimes whenever you see this one in full display of color, it almost looks unreal. It almost looks like a fake plant. Just that extravagant display of variegation is unbelievable.
Yeah, I love like a lot of these maples. You like look at them and sometimes you don't understand like the full scope of them until you put them near something that they're similar to. I think like Higaseyama styles can be grouped a lot,
Right.
but just like in your garden, you know, you put stuff out there that kind of you're testing it out, seeing what works where, and the Higaseyama style variegation, even though it's so kind of just like it's a standard kind of thing, you can really just take that so far, and I really feel like it's like this is a tree that kind of cranked that up to 11. You're getting the most dynamic color you can get out of any Higaseyama style variegation,
Right.
and it just looks beautiful. This is one that collectors are going to enjoy for sure. People who might just be getting into maples, this is something that's going to catch your eye, and it's going to look great in the garden.
Definitely one you need to pick up today.
Guys, I'm looking at you right now. You sitting there watching. I know that you love Acer species. You love to collect all those different maples from all around the world.
No, that's right. We're talking about you.
We're talking about you. Now, guys, this is an Acer triflorum.
Yeah, this thing is super cool, man. I mean, this thing has got a really nice leaf. I love that kind of different texture leaf. Kind of gets you outside of the world of the Japanese maples and adds some unique texture into your garden, and one that's just a stunner for fall color too. We just had these finish up on fall color. Wish we still had a little bit of color left to show you guys, because these things were electric. Beautiful oranges and yellows and reds in the fall. Striking tree for sure.
Yeah, I love this one. It will give you kind of a shaggier bark as it kind of matures, akin to something like Grisium. The leaves are really nice too. It gives a really nice texture. Very different than, you know, that regular Acer palmatum leaf that we're used to. It's maybe something akin to that of like a cecilifolium variety, the way it's kind of a leaflet instead of like a full-on leaf, which I really enjoy. Like that kind of breaks the texture up. But this is supposed to be a relatively heat-tolerant maple. You know, it works zones 4 through 8, which is pretty cool. Nice range on that, honestly. But yeah, this tree is really beautiful. I really do enjoy the fall colors. I think my first exposure to this tree was planting a Acer triflorum aureum cultivar on the hill.
Yeah.
So that's cool. If you're interested in, you know, seeing a couple more of these varieties, there are a couple of cultivated varieties. But yeah, relatively fast-growing tree that's going to give you some great fall color, give you some bark interest. Who doesn't love a little bit of year-round interest in the garden? Guys, Acer triflorum, check it out.
Yeah, man, some nice good sizes on these too, so don't sleep on that tree.
Sometimes bigger is better. And we got some awesome 2-gallon Jordans right here, and Acer shirasawanum.
Yeah, really cool to be able to offer some nice 2-gallon sizes. Now these have been staked up tall, starting to get some nice branching on these down low. Acer shirasawanum Jordan is one of the most vibrant yellows out there in the garden for sure. I know we talk a lot about summer gold, but these are kind of like sister seedlings too. So Jordan and summer gold kind of came around about that same time. Jordan kind of displayed a little more of that shirasawanum characteristic, so they went with Acer shirasawanum Jordan. But really beautiful full moon, golden full moon style Japanese maple.
Yeah, I mean, if you want something to pair up with that Moonrise, I think this is going to be an awesome pairing. I know Matt's always calling this one the highlighter maple, which I think is an awesome name because, yeah, it provides some of that crazy kind of lime, yellow, green color during, you know, all year round most of the time. Giving you some really beautiful fall colors though. Jordan is a classic, honestly.
Yeah, one of the things cool that I noticed this year with mine was I had a lot of new growth happening this year. A lot of trees were active. And so that late push of that summer growth was just so bright and vibrant. And then that fall color started in underneath. So the top of the Jordan was just neon highlighter green colors. And then down below started to transition to those pinks and reds you get in the fall. Just looked absolutely amazing. I love this cultivar. I have it in my collection at my home. Definitely one I think, when it comes to Acer shirasawanum, you got to have a Jordan, you got to have a Moonrise. We had both of those today on the 10 at 10, so maybe you need to pick up a couple of nice shirasawanums here today.
Yeah, man. And then we got one more.
One more.
Who doesn't love a weeping Japanese maple, man? These are amazing golden falls. These are Palmatum golden falls right here.
Whew, I'm telling you, man, look at these things, dude. They got some killer structure. These have been staked up. A lot of them's got a nice little bend and twist in that trunk, man. That gets me all excited. I love a tree with a good shape to it. You know, sometimes just a straight trunk for me is a little bit boring. I like a nice curve. These have been staked. Really nice weeping style Japanese maple. Some of the most crazy spring colors on this thing too. Electric yellow with like orange highlights around it. Beautiful, beautiful spring color interest tree for sure.
Yeah, Buckholt's introduction.
Yeah.
The fall color. We kind of passed a little bit of peak color right now. These things are putting on a show. You can kind of see some of that beautiful kind of red-orange color that these go to. Kind of looking like, you know, a fiery falls, man.
Yeah.
Which I love. I think that this is a great sizes. You're going to be a great deal on these too. It's awesome we can ship stuff like this too, man, honestly.
I love that we're getting these kind of sizes out to people. I mean, you get this out in your garden right away, you've got an instant gratification tree right here. If you're leading a mark in the garden, just right away have some attention, definitely pick one of these up. I mean, you pull this out of the box, you're going to get excited about planting this in the garden.
Yeah, hopefully not too excited though, man. But anyway, guys, that was a 10 at 10 for today.
Yeah.
I mean, dang, bro, that was some hitters, bro.
Solid,
that was
bro.
actually a very crazy 10 at 10, man. Some stuff that hasn't been on the website in a minute. Some stuff that, you know, might be either the first or second drop we're getting of it. And then we got some awesome sizes of some rare stuff too. Love to see that, guys. Thank y'all for checking this out. Now remember, you have 23 hours and 30 minutes, you know, approximately, to get down here to MrMaple, because guess what? The open house is happening tomorrow.
Tomorrow, man. It's going to be so awesome, man. I love this time of the year when you guys get to come out. I get to meet you, hang out with you, help you find your favorite plants. Sometimes you leave with plants you didn't even know you came to get. You know, I just seem to find things that people are interested in. So come see us, come hang out with us. We'll find you cool plants, and we appreciate you guys tuning in today.
Yeah, remember, take care.
God bless.
And have a great day.